How long have you been on the road for?
We're coming up to 6 years, well 5.5 years. 5.5 years.
And when you set out, how long did you think you'd be on the road for?
It's going to be a 2-year trip.
2 years.
And what was the plan at that point?
Well, it's still going to be the same amount of countries as we're doing now, but we're going to do it in 2 years.
Our plan was try to ride to all 7 continents. Our plan was to ride from the most northerly point to the most southerly tip on each continent, to ride from the lowest point to the highest point in terms of altitude on each continent, and 122 countries.
You wanted to go to 122 countries in 2 years?
It takes 2 years.
We're going to do it in 2 years. And then we realised pretty quickly that our method of riding, and certainly the speed in which we found to find natural, was a lot slower than we ever imagined. Because this really isn't about getting to countries and riding through them for some kind of kudos or bragging rights. I want to get to know the countries. I want to get to meet the people, understand a bit more, and learn, as opposed to just ride through, ride out, and go, okay, tick box, that's my country done, I'm on to the next one.
How many countries have you now been to?
58.
58.
But we have been in the States for a little while. I think we've done 42 states so far out of the United States. This is a big country. So, yeah, 58. Our 59th one will be when we leave in April to go to Japan. That'll be 59.
And out of the countries you've been to so far, which... it's very difficult because I know people often compare and ask me, like, what's your favourite country? But which places have really stuck in your mind? And that might not be just a country or locations.
As a continent.
Africa.
And why?
Probably for its effect on us. I know that had our travelling stopped at Africa, it would have still changed us as people. Africa is a continent that is beautiful, it is raw, it is unforgiving, it's majestic. It's all the descriptives you can think about using. You'll never hear anybody go to Africa for a few weeks, a few months or longer and not have an opinion. They either love it or they absolutely hate it, but you can't not have an opinion because it affects you. The generosity and the hospitality from people that seemingly have nothing and want to share half what they haven't got. Just the privilege alone of looking around and realising that I am riding through the Sahara and my wife is off to the right hand side and I'm not thinking about this, I'm not dreaming about it, I'm actually doing it.
Yeah.
Those moments where you suddenly catch yourself going, I'm doing this, it's real.
However, not to say we didn't enjoy South America, we did. I mean, we had a great time in South America, and we loved Argentina as a country. Colombia was beautiful. I think it's very difficult to pinpoint a certain reason as to why you like a country, or pick out one special one, because every country has its points. And Bolivia is a beautiful country, it's beautiful. We didn't find the people as friendly as they were in Peru or Colombia, but you know.
We're still riding up at around 17,000 feet amongst volcanoes and glacier fields with the colours.
That you can remember as to why you go back to that country.
Now, what have been your low points? And have they been the same?
Oh, that's not a loaded question, is it, much?
Malaria. What else? Ooh.
But you both had malaria?
Yeah, twice.
We've had malaria twice, probably the lowest point. I'll rephrase, it was the lowest point at the time, but with hindsight, probably one of the highest points. It was one of the most difficult periods of the trip. But looking back, it's part of the trip that I'm the most proudest of.
Yeah.
Basically riding into the Amazon on a track that we thought hadn't been done by big bikes, and on the second day, you hear this term, adventure motorcycling. The thing is, with adventure comes risk, and you have to accept that. And for all the planning in the world, sometimes things just go wrong. And on day 2, we were trying to cross a very, very poorly maintained bridge. It wasn't maintained at all. It was rocking wood. The bridge gave way, and I ended up collapsing and falling over. I ended up falling about 7 feet head first. The bike went over as well. Luckily, it didn't follow me. But I was out cold for about 20 minutes. 4 or 5 hours until I could get upright, and then we had to repair my bike, and it's a long story, but anyway, 3 weeks later we managed to ride out of the Amazon, got ourselves to a hospital, and I was diagnosed with a broken and dislocated neck.
So how long were you riding for with a broken neck?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Now I've seen photographs of what you're riding through, and I don't think people can really quite fully understand. You say 3 weeks. What kind of? Can you describe the road surface?
There wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
With slime up to your armpits, basically. You imagine the worst mud.
Clay.
Clay mud, and right through it. We didn't have a choice. The bridges we had to rebuild bridges so that we could get the bikes on, and it was tough. I found it really, really tough. The humidity is a killer. It's 100%. You're sodden all the time, not only with the mud but with the humidity. You can't breathe. It's like being in a steam room. You imagine going into a steam room with your motorbike
and your helmet
and all your kit on and your helmet, sitting in there.
That's right, because you're riding so slowly, because it is just mud and slop. Of course, there's little or no moving air, so you're not only dealing with the humidity of the ambient temperature, but all the heat coming off your engine.
Obviously, you found out after 3 weeks that you'd broken your neck. You knew that there was something seriously wrong.
I knew, we both knew the situation was pretty severe. I've been unconscious for a while. I had paralysis on my left-hand side. I was having darting, flashing white lines in my eyes. But however, like a lot of people, when I came round from the accident, the first thing I did was I touched my fingers and my toes, and I could move them. And I figured, okay, I know it's bad, but it could be worse. My neck's not broken. Because to me, a broken neck was literally dead, or unfortunately, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
And so we don't have sat phones or cell phones. There's no backup, so it's a case of get on the bike and do whatever you need to do to ride out. It's not brave, it's not clever. It's just.
Well, you were stuck.
There was an option. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It was interesting. Obviously, my neck was a focus. Lisa caught malaria during this time, but also when we got to hospital, we were also given medication for infections because we'd literally been wet head to toe for 3 weeks. And so we both had trench foot, which is not as much fun as I thought it was going to be. Also, our legs were infected with bites.
You see green pus coming out of bites because the bites don't dry up. So if you're bitten normally, then you have a scab over it. But because everything is wet all the time, nothing heals. And so it turns into pus. And it's lovely. It's nice.
Ignorance is bliss. It's wonderful not knowing what apparently you shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
Emilio Scotto, longest journey around the world. At the end of the journey, 10 years, every country in the world, on a Honda Goldwing, one of the heaviest bikes out there. And at the end, they asked him, but why did you do it on a Goldwing? And he said, because nobody told me that I couldn't.
We're often told, that the GSs, especially Simon's, being the 1100, it's too big, too heavy, or you can't take it in sound. You can't do this, you can't do that. Well, you've done it, it's been fine.
Yeah.
You can take any bike anywhere. What makes the journey is the person involved in it, not the mode of transport. You'll never hear a motorcycle journey stopping because the bike finished the journey. You will hear of a journey stopping because the rider said, I'm not fixing it this one last time. I've had enough.
Yeah.
We define ourselves by how we deal with the bad, much more so than we do as to how we exist and deal with the good. If it was continuously good, there'd be no contrast. It wouldn't be good. Good's only good because you've got bad on the other side. That makes sense. And the Amazon thing was a good example. I look back at that because I realised that we both had levels of reserve, of physical and mental strength, and simply that we never imagined we had. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
I would.
You're me. But I look back, and the fact that we got through that together, survived it, and I'm here talking to you now, I'm pretty proud. It was still a horrible experience.
It's like the good and the bad, and the ugly. The good, the bad,
The ugly.
Perhaps it's time to cut.